Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a very windy Genoa, Molo Vecchio Marina. And you might be wondering, I've been back in Italy for a few weeks now and I have yet to film in the marina. And there's one reason really, is that there's not really that much going on down here apart from the wind. What you might remember is a couple of months ago, there was an accident here, a small yacht, 32-meter yacht, similar to this type that's here right now. It reversed into the quayside here.
Fermati.
And then it shot forward and crashed right into the other side, into the barge pier over there.
Pacchi là! C'ho la cima dove? Ma che cazzo sta combinando?
I went over there today and had a look. There's still damage there from that incident. Hasn't been fixed yet. I'll show you that footage. I'll put it on screen right now. So that is a pretty extensive damage there from the yacht crashing into it. Imagine if there was anybody sat on that bench when that boat came careening towards them. I bet they jumped out of the way pretty quickly. But yeah, anyway, but that happened right here a few months ago. There were people standing up here on the side here watching. I hope you can hear me. It's pretty windy. I'm just going to walk along the marina and show you what's in. But I do monitor the comings and goings of yachts to the marinas. And to be honest, since I got here 3 weeks ago, there's been little or no movement in this part. One of the vessels that left one of the shipyards came up here for a day and then left. And that's about it really. The only sort of regular sort of super yacht that's in is a 68 meter down there, which we'll go and have a look at. All right, so this is sailing yacht Zafira. So this is a 50 meter yacht. It's a 49.7 meter, and it's described as a fast cruising sloop. And it's the largest sloop Dubois Naval Architect designed at the time of its delivery, which was 2011, without a flybridge. So it was the largest sloop that they designed without a flybridge. And she's an aluminium construction with a bulb keel and a maximum beam of 9.95 meters. Now, in 2011, she won at the World Super Yacht Awards a Sailing Yacht of the Year and Best Sailing Yacht of 45 meters plus. Also registered in Valletta, which is in obviously Malta. And interestingly, this boat and this boat are very similar in colour, even though that one's a motor yacht and this one's a sailing yacht, and they're both registered in Valletta in Malta. So I'm just curious as to whether they are owned by the same person. The beam on it, I mean, it looks so wide, but I think that's because it's so, low. It doesn't have an awful lot of the superstructure because of obviously it's a sailing yacht, but it looks so wide. It probably doesn't come across on camera, but it does really, really look. I mean, it's a 10-meter beam, and then you've got all the rigging that goes up. Whoa, it just goes forever and ever. It's fantastic. And then you can see up on the mast there, you've got the 4 domes. 2 will be internet and 2 will most likely be for television. But one of the problems with putting them so high up is that when the boat rolls, as you can see it's doing right now, and it's docked, don't forget, when the boat's rolling, it really causes an issue for the antennas. If it's rolling quite a lot, like quite fast, then the antennas struggle to keep up because they obviously have to point in the same direction at the satellite in space, regardless of the position of the boat. So as the boat rolls like this, the antenna is constantly adjusting like this. So it is a problem. It's the same for the radar as well. The radars are just below the bottom masts, bottom domes there, should I say. And it can be a problem the higher up they go because of the same issue with the rolling of the boat. You can hear the boats straining on the lines. And this pier I'm standing on is a floating pier. And obviously all of the boats are moored onto it. And I can really feel the strain of those lines on this jetty that I'm standing on. And I can feel it moving. And that noise that you can hear, that strain noise, I can feel it in my feet through this jetty. It's interesting how the colours are the same. They were delivered in the same year. They're registered in the same place. I'm sure they're not related, but it just seems a little bit unusual. I hope there's not too much wind on the mic, but you can see the guys on the boat here on Soaring. This is Soaring. This is the boat I was talking about, 68 meter from Aberking and Rasmussen. The guys up there, they're shoring up the lines because the wind is coming across the boat and it's right on the beam and it's pushing the boat, and they're just they're probably a little bit worried and just making sure that the lines are good and tight so they don't start to move. And this has been here pretty much since it was delivered, sat here. It is a charter vessel. You can charter it for $700,000 a week. Now, if you remember back to my video recently with the captain of the charter vessel saying what you get for $700,000 is basically that you secure the boat for a week and that's it. So everything else is on top. Now, I have seen this boat going down to Portofino, so people are chartering it. It's not happening very often, but I'm sure it's happening often enough to pay the bills. But it has been sat here pretty much since delivery, and it is for sale. It was for sale for €105,000. It has since been dropped to 105 million euros, even €105,000. I think I'd buy it myself. 105 million euros. But it has been dropped recently to 98 million euros. So if 105 is just a little bit too much, you can pick it up for 98 now. Now I would say 95 if you just go in there and make a hard offer. Bring a suitcase full of cash, they might snap your hand off. But I'm waiting for it to come down a little bit further. For me, like I said, 105,000 euros, it's mine. I'll buy it. So if you're watching and you own this vessel, just bring the price down by 100 million or such. You can see this boat behind me here is getting ready for the winter, covering it up. Obviously it's not going to be used for the rest of the year. I would say that majority of the boats that are here now probably are going to be in the same state, probably not going to get used that much. It's not exactly the right weather for yachting right now. Some people might use them. I would be using it certainly because the weather is still pretty decent generally here. But anyway guys, I'm going to wrap up here because this is what I need to do right now because I'm not wearing a jacket and the sun is just about to clear. As you can see in the background there, the sun is just about to clear that building, and when it does, it's going to get pretty cold here. So I need to get back to the apartment before that happens. I thought I'd bring you down to Molo Vecchio at least once. Like I said, there's not an awful lot going on. Unless anything pops in, unless anything comes in here in the next week or so, then I probably won't be coming back down. I will be actually shortly going back to the UK, so this is a bit of a short trip for me this time. More about that in a future video. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I put some sailing yachts in because I do get quite a few requests from people asking me for sailing yachts, so I put a couple in. I don't know an awful lot about them, but I hope you enjoyed looking at them anyway. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.